Hello and welcome. This is Katie. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm excited to be back with another video for Imagine Crafts. And this time I got another set of note cards for you. I just couldn't help myself. Look at all the occasions that are scrolling through. You got sympathy, birthday. The Hello Spring card is what inspired it all. And then I just went through my stash and found all these little sentiments that could work with this type of card panel and this kind of base of stamping, if you will. So I'm going to start with some VersaMagic ink. I've got Pixie Dust, Aloe Vera, Sea Breeze, and Spring Pansy. This comes in a little, I think it's called the pastel set for the dewdrops. And then I've got some multifarious cardstock from Lavinia Stamps. Any cardstock can work for this. I've got this floral image that I'm going to use for my main focal point. This is the Beautiful Flowers 2 stamp set. There is another single floral image in there that you can use. I'm not going to use this floral image. I am going to use the Hello Spring stamp that is in this Maker Forte stamp set. And then I am going to use some VersaFine Clair in both the Nocturne and Morning Mist. And then I'm going to use the London Fog Memento ink, but not the gray flannel. So super simple. I cut my panel down to 4 by 5 1/4, and now I'm just swiping the ink pad. I mean, we've seen this a lot. You know, a lot of people are doing smushing, swooshing, you know, all kinds of stuff they're calling it. But we're basically direct to paper, swiping the ink pad across the panel. Now, mine are a little dry, and I think that's why it was catching a little bit. And I wasn't putting a ton of pressure because I didn't want it to be like, you know, like the sponge print on the panel, the paper. I just wanted it to be a soft swipe. Now I'm inking up here in the Memento London Fog. I do stamp and ink that up twice. And later in the video, I'm going to show you all the stamp sets that I pulled from, and there was more that I could make. I felt guilty because I literally made this card in like less than 5 minutes, and so I felt like I needed to give you a little bit more in the video. So I did show this smooshing technique twice. So the first time here that I'm in this panel I showed you, I kind of did it in like an arc motion, and I inked this up, the Hello Spring sentiment up in the Nocturne. But here I'm just scrubbing back and forth. And, you know, so you don't have to be pretty about it. It doesn't have to be anything fantastic. I would layer over. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of overlapping that green with the blue, and then bringing the purple over the blue, and then the pink over the purple. And it creates a really nice effect. You could do this technique with watercolors too. It kind of gave me some ideas for other videos. So I'll probably do this more, maybe with different colors, different mediums and things like that. And now I'm bringing in the same stamp set, that floral image that I used in the first card panel. Nothing different here. In the other panels, I also used the Morning Mist, and I think I might show that later on. And so here I'm actually going to show you, I wanted to try stamping the Morning Mist and see what a soft gray, the softer gray. I find the Morning Mist to be a little bit softer. And I stamped it over the VersaMagic. Now, you can see it's super soft. So you can, if you only have this ink color, for example, you could keep stamping. It's going to get darker and darker. But I end up going and putting some of the Nocturne over the top, and I ink that twice too. But later on, I'm going to show you that I found that by inking up the VersaFine Clair and Nocturne over the VersaMagic, as the VersaFine Clair dried, it softened that black. So here are the stamp sets that I pulled from. So this one here is from Concord and Ninth. What's this called? The Many Mandalas stamp set. This other one here is from Simon Says Stamp. I think it's like the Everyday Sentiments or something. I went with the thanks on that one. That birthday was a little bit too big. I've got this one here is also from Simon Says Stamp. It's called Blossoming. And I did the with sympathy there, but there's a lot of these other little sentiments that would have fit perfect. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Nothing in nature blooms all year round, so be patient. Remembering you in my prayers. Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace. You know, there's all those that you can use. And this, He Heals the Brokenhearted, is my absolute favorite. It is the only reason I bought this stamp set. Do you ever do that? Buy stamp sets just for a sentiment? I do it all the time. And this one here is, I could even pull from this stamp set that other stamp set there that I showed you from Simon, the Delicate Flowers. There's a Miss You. I pulled the Thinking of You, but there's a bunch more. And then I quickly showed you those floral images from W+9. So look in your stash. Use any type of small focal image, and you can do the swiping technique. You don't have to color anything, and it really creates a pretty simple, perfect card for any occasion. And of course, you can change up the colors to coordinate with who it's going to. Now, most men probably don't want flowers, but you know, there's different things, and I'll play around and see what I can come up with more masculine versions of this card, and we'll do another video later on for that. Now, here you can see how bold and black that nocturne is. We're going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to show you later on after I've gotten all these cards together. Now, I did save you the hassle of watching me put all these cards together. We've got a total of 8, but like I said, I have a bunch more sentiments that I could have put, you know, from these stamp sets, and create more cards. So just keep that in mind, that, you know, if you're needing to build up your stash, you know, this is a great way to do it, and it doesn't take a ton of time. So the card base is Eclipse Black cardstock from Maker Forte. You guys know I'm really big into my black cardstocks. I really like it. It's a good solid weight. It is a 100-pound weight, but it feels a little bit thicker. And then the inside panel is just the white layering cardstock from Gina K. So here I'm showing you how that softened, that heals it. He heals the brokenhearted. Soften. And on this just a note, I'm going to show it up to you close, that the note, you see where that word note is really bold and black, but the just and the heels there is a lot softer. Love how that turned out by stamping over the VersaMagic. You know, being that it's a chalk ink, it really, it gives you different effects with your inks. Do be sure and let that VersaFine Clair ink dry. It took a little bit longer to dry over the VersaMagic, so just be mindful of that. And that wraps it up, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out some other videos that are available here on the Imagine Crafts channel, as well as my channel. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.